Hey VW lovers, here is the latest project to come in to Vintage Classic Specialists. So this is a little bit later car than we usually work on. This is a 69 Beetle. So I got a call, long story short, I got a call from a young lady a few weeks ago, might have been a month ago, and her dad had bought this car, which I've stripped it down in the meantime since we started on it, but her dad bought this car and wanted it basically restored. But here's the kicker, which is new for our shop, is they wanted it converted into an EV, an electric vehicle. And they had already actually bought all of the conversion components from EV West. And as it happens, we have a shop that we work very closely with who has done several EV conversions of buses before, so he knows those conversions inside and out. So yeah, you know, I ended up talking to the customers. I really kind of liked what they wanted to do with the car. I thought it would be kind of a neat opportunity for our shop, so you know, I worked them up a quote, and next thing you know, here's the car. So again, I mentioned earlier it's a 69 Beetle, and you can see actually the car is very, very solid. I think it's had one minor little fender bender inside of the front area here. You can see if I open the hood later, I'll point it out. But yeah, it's a very, very solid car. Very minimal rust on the car. The really only bad section, which we'll replace, is pretty much like all of them have, is the floorboard under the battery tray. So we'll cut that section out and replace it. But other than that, it's pretty much just surface rust everywhere. There aren't really any holes in the car per se. Even on the bottom of these doors, these little bubbling spots here don't really seem to be going through. So we're going to take care of all those. We're going to do paint and body on the car. Since the pan is so solid and not wanting to explode the budget too much, we're actually just going to leave the body on the pan. So we're not doing a full-on pan off restoration on this one. Again, the pan is super solid except for the battery tray. Heater channels are solid. You know, the pillars are solid. It's just a really, really solid car. So, you know, the customers are spending a lot to do the EV conversion, so trying to kind of be mindful of their overall amount that they spend on the car. And you know, after evaluating it, we saw there's really not any big pressing need to separate the body from the pan, because again, it's just super solid. So again, the car came in, it was pretty much a complete car, with the exception of the owner had already pulled the motor. So I went ahead and stripped everything down, stripped the wiring out, pretty much stripped out the entire trunk area here, got it ready to do paint. There's actually a little rust spot right there. We'll take care of that. But yeah, so the next step for this car is to go ahead and do, actually I think I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you can see, the lighting's not great here, but yeah, a little fender bender of some sort up here. Nothing that's going to be too hard to fix. But yeah, again, you just see this car super solid pretty much everywhere. So yeah, next step is to do what little body work it needs and get a fresh coat of paint on this. The plans is a 2-inch narrowed beam. Since the car is going to be an EV car, it's going to be a quick little car, so we're going to go ahead and do a four piston Wilwood brake conversion. The car is going to be heavy, particularly in the back with the batteries and everything. So we're going to put a 2-inch narrowed beam and lowered spindles on the front. Again, Wilwood disc brakes front and back. Make sure this car has the stopping power to match the EV power that it's going to have. You know, we want it to be a safe car for the customer. We want to make sure it handles well. Needless to say, these wheels have to go. So we're going to go with Porsche pattern wheels. Not sure which yet. I'll give the customer the option to pick out which ones they want for the car. Also, not 100% sure on the color yet. They may go with the same color. I don't remember. We haven't really discussed it in detail. But yeah, one other interesting thing about the car was it was originally an auto stick car. So this transmission is going to be coming out, and in is going to go a 2-speed transmission. So we'll have to put in a new pedal cluster and so on to make the manual transmission here. Again, 2-speed transmission because it's EV, no need for reverse. The motor can spin backwards, so it's 2 forward speeds. First gear will be from 0 to probably 45, 50 miles an hour, and then if the customer's in second gear or going on the freeway, they can drop it into second gear and go up from there. So yeah, we're going to take care of the full restoration, new wiring, new trim, etc., here at our shop, and then the car is going to go over to our partner shop and he'll do the complete EV installation from there. And yeah, the owner is going to have basically a brand new 69 Beetle electric vehicle. So it's going to be a very cool ride. It's a little bit of a deviation for what our shop usually does. We're known for stock motors, 36 horse, especially 25 horse, but you know, I figured why not? Well, let's do something different. Again, our shop is not going to totally change gears and become, you know, some kind of EV shop, but if somebody wants to bring their project in and wants a full restoration plus an EV conversion, you know, we'd be happy to talk to you and you know, see what you're interested in. Because after we do this one, then we'll have done the whole thing, start to finish. So anyway, yeah, a little bit of a change of gears, so to speak. No pun intended, I guess, for our shop, but yeah, we're not, you know, our DNA essentially is these classic cars that you see here, you know, Gias, Beetles, buses, and so on. But, you know, why not? I think there's going to be more and more of these cars. Even if I personally wouldn't want one, I can appreciate the idea of a classic car that's been converted to electric. You know, if that's what the particular owner wants, then yeah, we can certainly help out with it. So thanks for watching, and yeah, please keep the hate mail to a minimum, and thanks. Bye.